Alright, today we're going to be making Occams Omelette, and we're going to need a little bit of ham, a bowl, 4 eggs, and some Walmart sprinkled cheese, or any cheese whatsoever. Also butter. While the ham is pre-cooking, we're going to take an egg, and this is where people freak out a little bit, but crack on a solid surface, hold over your bowl, just break it, but don't let the yolk fall out. You want to let as much as the white go as possible, and then you're just going to take the yolk and pass it back, and pass it back, and pass it back. Again, you want to get as much of the white out as possible, and if you get a little straggler, just hold it close. You end up with nothing but a little yolk in a cup. Now, at this point, if you have a dog, which I do, dump it in the bowl, and move on to the next egg. Now, we're only going to do this with 2 of the eggs. The other ones are going to be left whole. So I'll end up with 2 egg whites and 2 full eggs. Again, very simple procedure. The other 2 eggs we're just going to crack and drop them on in. And that's much easier than separating out the white and the yolk, but oops, sorry Thor, that's not where that goes. Alright, so now we got a whole lot of white and not a whole lot of yolk. And it does look a little bit murky because I got some broken yolk in there. So to that we're just going to add a little bit of milk and then give it a stir. Let's give Thor his food. Looks appetizing. He will love it. Alright, eat it, boy. Yes, you're a good puppy. But back to business. To this, add a splash of milk, 2 tablespoons if you need a specific amount. And a little bit more. Now, simple procedure. Not easily done with one hand, but stick it in, break your yolks, and then we're going to give it a stir, which I'll be moving the camera to this hand until the eggs are fully integrated with the milk. Now, stop touching that, leave it alone. Alright, now we are prepared to cook. This little patch of residue is left over from cooking the ham. Before we start, we want to gently lubricate with a little bit of cow product. Ooh, there's a hair on there, that's gross. Yeah, we'll fix it. Now this part is where it gets moderately tricky in that we add the eggs. The first thing we want to do is stir the unholy poo out of this. And I know you're thinking, oh no, it's not going to be an omelet, it's going to be scrambled eggs. Well, this allows you to cook it more without having to wait around so you don't end up with a goopy center or anything. We add in our ham. If you spill a little bit, no sense crying. Now, got that. Again, this is a lot easier being able to use both hands, but we work with what we got, I suppose. Now, add a little bit of sprinkled cheese. This is cheddar, but anything that's white, yellow, and made from the milk of a cow, goat, pig, or meerkat will be sufficient. A little bit more right there. Go around loosening this up at the edges, because the last thing we want is for it to stick. Alright, and a little bit cool on that side. I'm going to adjust my skillet accordingly, and keep it moving. Darn it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and this one apparently is going to be pretty darn ugly because cooking with one hand is ridiculous, but oh well. So when flipping, grab a half and fold over, and then I usually try and recenter it because my stove is a little finicky, but back to the right. Alright, I'm only going to let this cook a little bit more because when it looks done in the pan, it's going to be burnt on the plate. When it looks a little bit gooey, and we take it out, it'll be just perfect. So, plating is as simple as flopping it onto the plate. Booyah. And there we go. Not my prettiest of, not even close to my prettiest, but we now have a delightfully, somewhat pale looking, because again, we didn't use 2 of the egg yolks to save on our health cost, because this is such a healthy food item. But there you have it, Occams Omelette. Enjoy!